Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of almost all ages, with parental consent, the Sick Twisted Minds at Sacrificial Pawn Productions brings you a new style of horror film, like nothing you have seen before. There are no cops, no investigations. There is no backstory, no follow-up of the victims who were brutally tortured and murdered. Our story isn't about them. Normal Terror is about a single dad struggling to make ends meet. His son is his first priority. He goes to work, pays his bills, and is generally a great dad. The twist comes after he puts his son to bed. This is where he releases his stress. Some people do yoga, some hit the gym, some go for runs, some people paint on a canvas. An anonymous source once wrote on an abandoned asylum wall, "I never understood people until I took one apart just to see how it worked." If you are rear-ended in traffic, most people's thought runs to anger and their primal instincts of hurting the other party. Sam Neill does not have the ability to stop that primal instinct. Let us take you into the mind of a killer. Normal Terror is a concept from the mind of Sam Mason, who wrote, directed, produced, and is starring in this new age feature film.
Let's get slicing and dicing with Sir Sturdy horror fans. On this podcast, you will hear me and a guest do some movie reviews, random funny horror chats, and whatever else comes to mind. So tune in, kick back, relax, and always remember, I'll see you in your nightmares.
Well, just Jason's mask.
What's up, horror fans? Another episode of Horror with Sir Sturdy. Got my bro Chris back with me. Chris, what's good?
Yes, I'm back, man. Highly requested.
We got this one's a little bit different. We're doing a little freestyle podcast. I've done them before. We're just gonna come up with a horror movie ideas, bouncing back and forth off each other. And if you do use these ideas, I want credit. Chris wants credit. And
I want to check.
Yeah, that counts as credit.
I want to check. Credit is cool, but I prefer cash.
I want both. I want my name in the credits, and I want the money. Thank you. But yeah, we were just driving. Matter of fact, I just scooped him. We were just driving, talking, or whatever. And I was like, I forgot what he said exactly. He just, I remember him mention horror con, and I was like, that would be a dope spot for a horror movie. The premises or the idea would be a huge fan of horror, obviously, which everyone is that goes to these cons. It's just, he wants to act out some horror scenes. And not only that, I'm going to add this right now real quick. I just thought of it. He wants to do his own horror movie. He has a couple of friends that are down with the whole idea of what he's getting ready to do. And what he does is he dresses as different horror characters throughout the whole weekend, and he kills people. And his friends are recording it, but they're not recording it live. They're going to release it, let's say, after the con's over. They're going to release the whole thing, and they think it's a fucking brilliant idea, which it's not. What you got?
Damn, this shit sounds. How you gonna start off the podcast like that? You know I'm gonna follow. Damn. Well, I mean, he just basically laid out a Grammy Award winning horror film, but I'm gonna wait a minute. Do films even win Grammys?
I think Oscars.
Oscars, right?
Yeah, but they don't. Horror doesn't get enough love.
It's one of them. It's motherfucking one of them awards they don't like giving black people. But look, basically, I think that my idea for a great horror film, you have to combine certain elements. Mm-hmm. You understand? There's a lot of elements that really make things horrifying, make things that really makes you afraid. You know, and one of those elements, I think, it has to be silence. Silence. Like, silence is frightening. Think about it. You know, like, just imagine, you know what I mean, you in the house, the computer gone, the TV, everything gone. You hear your wife in the bed, the door barking, everything. The next thing you know, you just hear complete silence. You're going to be scared as a motherfucker. You're going to hear, hello? Hello? Anyway, like, why do people say hello when they hear silence? Nobody there, man.
That's a good question.
You know what I'm saying? But silence scares the shit out of people, man.
Now, with the silence thing, with your idea of the silence, is it like to where, for example, say your wife's talking to you, and all of a sudden she's still talking, the dog's still barking, but you just can't hear anymore? But you're not deaf. but there's no sound.
I mean that's a good twist too. That's definitely
You know
a
what I
good
mean?
twist. You know what I mean? We could put that in the deleted scenes. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna put that direction in the deleted scenes. But basically the way I'm thinking is that, you know what I'm saying, you hear silence like that's when shit gets crazy, for example. You know what I mean? Like whatever this is, whatever's killing motherfuckers, whatever's slicing people up, whatever's gouging your eyeballs out or sticking a knife in your stomach and sliding down to your fucking pelvis and fucking
Ooh.
ripping whatever out. It doesn't come unless things are silent. So this is a film where like you know what I'm saying, they're trying to keep the noise on, keep the noise.
Oh, okay.
You
I
know what
see
I'm
what
saying?
you're saying.
Because as soon as there's silence, this thing is gonna come for you. You know what I mean?
I see exactly what you're
And now
saying.
when this thing comes for you, another strong element for horror films, I would have to say, is shit jumping out of nowhere real aggressively and loud music coming on. So shit got to be startling you. You know what I mean? When this thing comes, it's busting through the wall in the middle of this podcast. You know what I mean? Like it's
But all silent though, right?
no
Or is that
no
when the noise comes? Okay.
no. Like when this thing comes, it brings the noise.
Okay.
It brings the motherfucking noise. It brings the bass. It brings the drums, the guitar, and all that shit.
I like that. Now, playing off of that, what if it was something like that? You're saying it's complete silence. You have to make it. There has to be noise, and the noise has to be like at a certain, what's the word I'm looking for? Decibel. I believe that's the word I'm looking for.
That's actually the right word.
So if it's any quieter than that, the thing can come.
Yeah.
But it has to be at something. It has to be at a certain noise to where it's hard to sleep because you need sleep. You know what I mean? So it has to be at a certain noise where it's hard to sleep, but not ridiculously loud like a party next door, but you want it to be
Yeah. You know, more than a whisper.
yeah.
More than a whisper.
Just think of people who have babies at home like yourself. Obviously, certain noise are gonna keep the baby up when you just got the baby to sleep, so it can only be silent for so long to get the baby to go down to sleep, and then all of a sudden you have to have that noise back up. I like that though.
Another thing too is that you have to get attacked in the shower. I think that on the low, that's every man's fear. I know that that's one of my fears. Like every time I'm soaping up my face, I'm just imagine being brutally slaughtered in the shower. Like I'm in a rush to get the soap from my eyes to the point where I even open my eyes prematurely just to get that intense burn right in the corner. And you know that burn don't go away. That
Oh, no,
burn
don't.
is serious. You know, it all depends on the toxicity. Is that a word? Let me.
Toxicity.
Yeah, somebody Google that for me. Somebody Google that for me in the back. You know what I'm saying? But it all depends on the toxicity of your soap. But that burn is no joke. But just the fear of being attacked in the shower, I think that's very scary.
See, now, yeah, it's funny you say that because my thing would be getting attacked while taking a shit because there ain't really much you could do, especially if you're in a small quartered bathroom. Like, say if it's just a half a bathroom. As soon as somebody opens that door, you're done.
Oh, that's bad.
Because the shower, as crazy as it is, you'd still have a slim chance. But if you're in a small ass bathroom, because I feel like when
You can't get attacked taking a shit. That's
when you're going to the bathroom though, yo, like all your defense is down. You're trying to just not like relax, like take a nap, but your body's just relaxed, just like releasing all that toxic energy and all that crap, literally crap. And then all of a sudden, someone just busts in the door and
Oh man, that's
That's
not
it.
right. That's not right. I would be highly upset if anybody busts in the door while I'm shitting.
to kill me, like at least wait, let me finish.
And
wash
it's
my
gonna
hands
be
and shit.
worse because you know they're probably gonna bust in the door while you probably like halfway through the log. You know what I'm saying? So your butthole is gonna clench right at the last minute, cutting off the doo-doo log pretty much. So you're gonna have a little piece of doo-doo turtlenecking out your motherfucking butt while you trying to wrestle this big motherfucker off you with a machete. Oh man, that's bad.
Just the sound. I feel like either the sound of them busting through the door is either gonna scare the shit out of you, literally, or just you're gonna clinch up, like you're saying. Either way, it's bad because, like I said,
And as you're wrestling him, you're still gonna be shitting.
oh man,
So you're still gonna be so it's still shit coming out your butt while you're wrestling this big machete wielding maniac. Not to mention, I don't know about y'all, but I pee when I shit.
yeah.
I pee, you know what I mean? It's like burgers and fries, peanut butter and jelly, salt and pepper.
Hot
You know,
dogs
so
and
9
beans.
times out of 10, you peeing and shitting at the same time while you trying to fight this mother. You know, you might actually win. You know what I mean? That sounds like a combination that not too many monsters want to be a part of.
That would be a good horror comedy right there, though. But I'm just saying, though, like I feel if somebody has the audacity to kill you when you're shitting, they really want to kill you.
Oh, they don't give a fuck.
Because there's
They don't
just
give a
certain,
fuck.
there's certain things you don't do. That's one thing that's like, if I'm reading a book, watching TV, eating some chicken, I'm in a horror movie, want to slice me off, go ahead. But when I'm shitting, that's when I'm at my peace. That's when I brainstorm at times. Like when I come up with these crazy ideas, don't fuck with that, please.
And now look, another thing I would have to say would be in my film is that you have to be trapped somehow. Like what was that? What was that movie where I think it was Rod Digger. Remember they were stuck in the house overnight.
I'm not sure about
They
that
were
one.
stuck in a let me see. I think it was 13 Ghosts. Was that what it's called?
I did see she was in that.
13 Ghosts. I think she was, and like it was like different rooms. They would
Yeah,
open up.
those
it.
13 different.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know, like something like that. I think that idea of being trapped for a certain amount of time, or like that time limit, or even like with the Purge, I think that's what made the Purge so amazing because you knew that for these next 12 hours, anything goes. Like,
Or going to the trap thing, similar to like the Saw ideas. They're getting trapped in these things for different. They're getting trapped for different reasons. But what if shit? What if they're just getting trapped because they're in the wrong place, wrong time, not because of anything they did in their life? They just shit. Boom. Example: you go out to a party, go to a club. All of a sudden, all the doors are locked, barred up. All the windows are locked, barred up, and fucking shit. The roof is literally on fire. Like niggas is singing and dancing about it, but like, nah, the roof is really on fire. Stop jumping around and let's get the fuck out of here.
And it was funny that you mentioned Saw because Saw, that's another film that, it focuses on certain elements. And I would say one of the elements of Saw is that you aren't going to die fast. You aren't going to die quick. It's going to be a slow, painful, torturous death. I think that Saw is legendary for its creative kills, but not even just creative, painful. I'm talking about Saw has some of the most painful. So that's what makes it scary because if this dude was just stabbing motherfuckers in the back like Candyman, it's
Yep.
you know what I mean? A little bit of fake blood from the corner of your mouth. That's light. You know what I mean? I could do that. You know what I'm saying? But if you talking about peeling a nigga skin off from a fingernail, every finger, and toenails, and taking my foot and slamming my pinky toe on 9,000 dresses and all types of shit like that, and motherfucking hitting me. You know what I mean? You doing too much. You know what I mean? Like banging my shin on 10,000 bed frames. You know what I'm saying? Like that's torture, man.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
I get it with that. I get you with that. Like the Saw series, I don't care what anybody says about it. It was actually a good series overall, and like you're saying with the torturous shit in it and the long painful deaths is the worst because it's just like, again, if you're in that situation, in these movie situations, I'm saying not in real life, obviously, people don't get crazy. You want to be done quick. You don't want that quick. You don't want that slow, painful, agonizing, torturous death. You want that shit like, yo, if you're gonna cut my head off, just do it quick. Don't sit there and trim little by little so I'm surviving and feeling this shit. That's bullshit.
Exactly.
Nobody
I
deserves
want to
that.
die fast. I want to die fast.
Yeah.
I don't want to die slow. Make this shit fast. You know what I'm saying? Make this shit fast. Make this shit as painless as possible. I'm not trying to be dying for an hour.
Nah, hell no.
You know what I mean? I only got about, you know what I'm saying, 10, 11 seconds, nigga. Make it something instant. You know what I'm saying? Hit something that when you hit whatever the fuck it is, I ain't gonna make it no more. Because if you're talking about killing me for about an hour, I can't die for an hour.
Here's another one though. Yo.
That's a different type of death right there.
All this technology that we have, right? Imagine if all your technology you have is ran by, let's say, 100 people. They, every time you use it, it studies you, whatever. Whether this really happens or not, but this is where it's going to be the twist. It controls your mind to make you do shit. Like, say, out of nowhere, everybody on their phones, no matter what kind of phone it is, no matter what kind of computer it is, anything that has technology in it, even your vehicles now, with all the computers and shit in it, something just takes over your mind and say, for one, it makes you go straight to your bank account, makes you take out loans, you empty all your account, and everybody sends you
that's
money to
scary
one
as
thing.
hell. That's you're gonna have motherfuckers getting motherfucking nightmares. You're gonna have motherfuckers with PTSD.
Yeah, that right there.
Watching
Just
that
with the
shit.
money shit and then fucking just anything. Like, what if it makes you not only, after you do all this, it makes you go live on your Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, whatever, and torture yourself to death?
Nah, but you know, lie. It's funny you say that because I was thinking that, like, yo, with everything being smart, shit can really get serious right now.
Yeah.
Like, if you think, imagine if every smartphone was to just shut off right now for the next hour. Well, not even an hour. Let's say the next 24 hours. Do you know that would send the world into chaos?
It really would.
Just for 24
because people wouldn't know how to handle
hours.
it.
If people aren't able to contact each other, they're reaching out to this. They don't know what's going on. People are calling the babysitter. They can't. The phone. Just and that's just phones. Now imagine if the internet was to go. Like there's companies that rely
Oh,
on the
yeah.
internet, rely on it. They can't afford for things to shut down. Things like Wall Street, things like what I mean. It's a lot of things that's going on. You can't afford for 24 hours. So I feel like if the computers were to wage wars on the humans right now, the computers would win.
Or here's another thing now. Phones. You're saying if they're off for 24 hours, what if, say, fucking tomorrow, for example, every single cell phone blew up? Every single smartphone blew up. Now just imagine how often you're on your phone, and it just happens randomly. Like there's no certain time. Mine blows up at 10 in the morning. Yours can blow up in the afternoon. Just boom, blows up. You figure out you have it in your pocket usually. You have it in your hand, or you have it right. Your phone is never, let's say, 6 feet away from you.
That shit gonna be in motherfuckers' hands when it blow up. This
And then-
society is going to be in people's hands. You're gonna have a lot of 6-finger motherfuckers running around because they motherfucking shit stay in their hand. That's exactly what you were gonna have. And that's a fact, Jack.
Now just imagine the people who have, if you have multiple phones, and then say computers. Let's throw computers in there. Let's throw tablets in there. Let's throw smart TVs in there. That's gonna be some shit going down, yo.
Oh yeah, of course.
There ain't gonna be no fucking play. That's it. Like that's done.
Oh, you talking next level hard. I thought you was just talking about just giving the people a little, you know what I mean?
Nah, anything.
I mean, shaking them up a little bit. You talking about really
Anything.
traumatizing people.
Anything. Shit.
And now, why do you think horror movies aren't as funny today? Or not as funny, excuse me. Why do you think horror movies aren't as horrific, aren't as frightening, aren't as scary?
Honestly, I think it's about the same in a sense. It's just we're more used to seeing certain shit in real life to where a movie ain't gonna scare you too much anymore. Like you're used to seeing real life horror to where the point to where it's like, oh shit, this is nothing.
We're talking about like poverty and shit, or like fucking
Just
or just
anything.
fucking savagery.
Just savagery in general. Like I don't want to bring it up because this podcast is about good shit, but sad to say, like a school shooting is a whole lot scarier than fucking Jason Voorhees.
Yeah, no, you ain't.
I don't want to talk too much on that because that's not what it's about. But that's just to kind of answer your question. But at the same time, I do feel like horror can still be up there as far as fear-wise. Like me, I'm not gonna say I'm immune to horror. Excuse me. I don't have nightmares or anything like that. But I know people that still do. That certain movies, like possession movies, really bother a lot of people. And me, I enjoy it all. There's movies that obviously I'll watch here and there. I'll jump. The jump scares and shit, but nothing really like scares me. Like, holy shit, I fucking can't go downstairs. I can't go to the attic. I gotta turn the
I don't
lights
think
on.
I really get to that level.
But some people still do,
either.
and I love. That's one thing I love about it. Like, I love watching. Like my wife, she scares real easy, especially with those type of movies. And I love watching those type of movies with her, or even jump scares in general, because she'll jump all the time and like cover her eyes and all this shit. And the funny thing is, 9 times out of 10, she knows it's coming, but it still just gets her, and it's awesome. And me, I love it because I know it's coming for the most part, but there's those. I like the times when in the movies there's those twists where you hear the loud music, you hear the fucking shit shaking in the background, and nothing happens. Then it gets quiet. You turn around, boom, you see a face, like, oh shit. But
Yeah,
that's
that's
not
what I'm
really
talking about.
that's
That
not really
startling
fear.
effect.
That's just like that jump scare, get your heart racing, get your blood
Like you're more
flowing.
so startled.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're shocked, surprised, and shit like that.
Which I honestly feel like it's healthy if you think about it. I mean, depending on your heart conditions, I don't want somebody who has a bad heart watching a horror movie and die because of that shit. But just the adrenaline you get from watching it.
Yo, if a
it's a good
motherfucker die from your movie, that's a motherfucking good ass movie.
Yeah.
I mean,
That would be some shit.
That's something you gotta think about.
But-
But do we want people to die watching that film? Like maybe, like an old motherfucker. Like, you gotta think if a nigga 80 years old, he dying a horror film.
I don't know if I'd want somebody to,
That
like,
don't
if I
even
made a
count
movie,
like that.
maybe pass out or throw up, but I wouldn't want somebody to die from it. Just because
Alright, throw up. That mean your shit trash. Damn,
No,
this
I mean throw up
fucking
'cause
movie
it's-
is horrible.
Because, like, say the gore from it, they're just like, this is disgusting. Like, the gore and just ripping people apart, the blood.
I'd rather
and all that
somebody
good
die
shit.
watching. I think if somebody die watching my horror film, that makes it more horrible.
Yeah.
You see what I'm
That's
saying?
that's
Like,
that's a, that's
you
a
know what I
that's a
mean?
different level though,
You know
yo.
what I'm
That
saying?
is
I
a
want
that's a
somebody to
level.
die watching my shit.
Like I said,
You
if
know
they
what I mean?
pass out, cool. I'm cool with that. But I don't want nobody. I don't think I want anybody to die from that shit.
At this rate, man, the way you drinking these Mountain Dew kickstarts, man, you might be passing out soon, man. It should never. There's no reason that there's about 16 or 17 bottles of Mountain Dew kickstart around this motherfucking studio, man.
Those are just on the weekend. That's one weekend. That's another weekend, and this one right here is for this weekend.
He drinks. He drinks it on the weekend like it's Hennessy, people.
Hey man, I got to. This is what keeps me up to get me recording them when I got to record late night with my guys over on the West Coast and shit. This
every
what does it.
weekend, every weekend he gets a 6-pack of Mountain Dew kickstart, and he gets up with the fellas,
Yep.
and they motherfucking watch these movies and be scared as a motherfucker.
Hey man, you gotta do what you gotta do. This is what keeps the podcast rolling, keeps the podcast great.
So I guess my next question to you is, when will you be filming your very own horror film? Because I know it's coming.
I don't know, yo. Like, honestly, I would love to write something up more than filming something and just have that idea out there, which I'm kind of sort of working on stuff here and there with my guy Sam, sending him ideas and stuff. That's like my main thing as far as being involved in a horror movie. Like, I would love to write something up, something crazy, come up with some crazy idea and just write something up. And even if, say I send it to somebody, I'm just going to use my guy say I sent it to my guy Sam, and I had 1,000 ideas and he used 10 of them, I'm cool with that. Because I'm like, yo, I did that. That's my shit on screen. You know what I mean?
No, yeah, definitely, man. I feel
But it's
you,
just
man.
like, I wouldn't mind being in front of a camera, behind the camera, but I like
I think it would be a dope
the
film.
creative side.
I think it would be a dope film because you have to understand, you have watched some of the most legendary, some of the most epic, some of the most innovative, impactful to society horror films that there is, from other countries, from America, low budget, high budget, medium budget. I think you are highly knowledgeable in what it takes to make a film scary. To be honest, I think nobody is more qualified than you to make a horror film. And if you do not make a horror film, you would be letting your fans down.
I do. I
what I
greatly
think.
appreciate that. And like I said, I want to write something up. And honestly, if as crazy as this may sound, if I had my choice of being in a high budget horror film, this is me not directing or anything about it, or a low budget film, I'd rather be in a low budget film. And I say that because with a high budget film, there's so many high expectations. And nowadays, 9 times out of 10, they're shit. But if you watch these low budget films, these fan made films, somebody like fans that really care about it, they really put their all into it. Even if they don't have the budget, they put their all into it. You can tell, and it's just really, really fucking entertaining, and just it's awesome. It's like if they had just this budget that these guys had, with these ideas and the passion that they have already, they would go crazy.
Yeah, I think a lot of time with the films, the films with like the higher budget, they rely more on the effects. They rely more on the effects, on what I'm saying, the props, the extras. They got the top makeup artists that could really make a wound look like it's to the white meat. So they rely on that. But I feel like the low budget film people, they can't really rely too much on visuals, because the majority of their visuals will be low quality. So they are relying more on the plot, the story, you know what I'm saying, frightening you, at the very end or towards the end of the film, when the film is starting to climax, you just find out that somebody you've been rolling with the whole film, that's the person that you need to get the furthest away from, which is actually a concept a lot of films actually use. I mean, there's a lot of things, yo. You got my mind going. I might actually go home and direct a horror film tonight called Bills.
That's a never going away film right there.
National Grid Part 1.
But on to what you were just saying, though, yo, like with the low budget films, a lot of their effects, their special effects, their practical effects, they're getting so much better with it. And a lot of these people, same with the makeup, they're all self-taught. So, it's crazy how these people do. Like, to the point to where they're just about up, as far as the talent and the skill of, knowing how to do the stuff, they're up there with the high budget movies. They might not have that budget to get all the stuff that they need, the equipment to make the practical effects and the stuff to make the makeup. but they're there. Talent wise, they're definitely there. I watch a lot of people and shit. I'm just like, yo, this is amazing. It's amazing, man. It really is. And I just I can't wait to see it grow some more, yo. Like I had started this podcast in January of the beginning of this year, January, and heading into the new year, just from me really focusing on horror a lot more, I see so much going to these cons and stuff. Like you see so much. It's crazy when you're like with this podcast, when you're focused on something like that, and then you just see so much of it. You see so many other dope horror podcasts, dope horror fans, and all that really have something to give to the, I'll call it the culture, the horror culture, or whatever you want to call it.
Oh, it's definitely culture, definitely.
And I love how with this, for the most part, I mean, it's not me against you or me against them or us against them. It's like it's us together trying to just get this horror community so much bigger and so much fucking better. There is the little tiffs here and there with people and shit. I stay out of all the drama. I don't got time for that bullshit. I just want to keep making this dope podcast, eventually get involved in some dope horror movies and get on other podcasts and shit. Keep growing, yo.
Yeah, definitely, man. It sounds like a plan, man. Definitely sounds like a plan. It sounds like a great plan. And it sounds like a plan that I'm actually honored to be a part of. You know, I remember when you was telling me about the podcast, you know what I'm saying, and what you wanted to try to do. And even though I seen the vision, you know, I never would have imagined that it would amount to this. You know, me seeing you with actual people from scary movies, like that's frightening right there. Like, yo, he's with the ops. He's with the motherfucking ops. Like, I seen this motherfucker kill about 19, 20 motherfuckers all throughout the 80s, and he's taking pictures with this motherfucker.
Hell yeah.
You know what I mean? But that's why, yeah, man, it's time to take it to another level. Because you know what would really be scary? If you didn't release the film.
Yeah.
I think that'd really be scary. The regret that'd come from that, oh, man, that's my second motherfucking horror film. It's going to be called Regret. Yo, if I start making horror films, you motherfuckers is going to be frightened. I'm talking about frightened like a motherfucker, man. You know what I'm saying?
Another thing I would like to see in horror, and we're starting to see it because of Jordan Peele, more, and this isn't about a race thing, but I would like to see more black horror films that are taken a lot more serious than just, I love, don't get me wrong, I love horror comedies, fucking love them. But I'd like to see more, because the only one we really have, the best one we have, hands down, is Candyman.
Yeah.
And then we have Get Out, and now Jordan's coming out with another one. I forgot what it's called. I just seen the trailer the other day. But
oh yeah,
you know what I'm talking about, right? Us. There we go. That right there looks good, and I want to see more. Like I would like to see I want to see more of that. I would like to see a black paranormal movie, similar to not Paranormal Activity, just you know the ghosts, the spirits, and all that shit.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to see a black slasher movie, similar to Candyman, Jason, Michael Myers, all that. And it doesn't have to just be black characters in it. I would like to have the main guy as far as the slasher be black, and as far as like the paranormal shit, black, like the spirits, whatever. Let them be black for once, and a couple of family members being black, whatever. Just more serious black horror. That's it. Just
oh my God,
not so much jokey shit.
You would get your second Oscar or Emmy or whatever the fuck if you had like scary black monsters, because that is how you scare the shit out of white America. If you have some black zombies with hoodies running around and shit, with motherfucking True Religion jeans on and shit, and boots, Timbs, oh my God, motherfuckers is gonna be scared as that. Because they scared of motherfuckers like that just on the regular. Motherfuckers walk around, you know what I mean, just regular hard-working people and shit with hoodies and Timbs on and shit they're scared of. So if you got, oh my God, zombies and Timbs, is you dead ass, B? You can't be dead ass.
This guy said zombies and Timbs. I could already see that. See right there, I could see that being a horror movie, but it'd be like a horror comedy movie. But I would watch it. That would be the title right there. Zombies and Timbs.
Zombies and yo, what was the name of that one horror comedy? Oh my God, the motherfuckers was like British.
Oh
It was
man,
British. You gotta know the movie. I think it was zombies in it. What the fuck was it? House of. Oh my God. Oh my God. What's the name of this movie?
is it old?
It's probably about close to 10 years old, man. I want to say.
Let me see if I can find it on the Googles.
Oh man, it's like a horror comedy. It's with zombies and shit.
British horror comedy. See if I can
Yeah.
find that.
This one is a good one.
I don't know if I've seen a British horror comedy, to be honest. Shaun of the Dead.
Yeah, Shaun of the Dead.
I gotta check. People talk about that all the fucking time.
Shaun
I
of
gotta
the
check
Dead.
that out.
That one was, you know what I mean? Like, that's one of the better because, you know, it's very rare you find a good horror comedy. That's one of the better ones because there was actually scenes that were actually pretty scary. You know, but yeah, man, Zombies and Tims, man, that shit might not get no Oscar, but it's gonna get a lot of love in the hood.
You know what, yo? I think you should write something up about that.
Zombies and mother. Oh man, I just thought about all the hard work and
At,
changed my
at the
mind.
very least, even if it wasn't a movie, make it a short story.
Oh man, that's gonna be my third motherfucking horror film. The scariest one. It's gonna be called Hard Work. It's gonna be a trilogy. I'm about to make a motherfucking trilogy of real life horrors. I never seen no bottled water like this. People, I took the cap off the water. The water is to the very top. I've never seen nothing like this.
Yeah, man.
Oh, he must have gave me some. He must have gave me some Field Again water bottle.
This is Clover Valley.
He gave it to me. Field Again. This is Tap Water Valley. Yo, we gonna give this a call. But yo, before we go, I have to give a major shout out to Keith Thomas.
Oh, hell yeah.
Keith Thomas out in Albany, Stickies. What's the address? 224 Washington.
Nope. 228 Washington Avenue, Albany, New York.
Oh, excuse me, Mr. Google Maps.
Nah, listen, yo. I went there one time as far as driving there to pick up chicken. And for those of you who don't live in upstate New York, I picked this chicken up. It's in Albany. It's about half hour from where I live in Schenectady. Grabbed this chicken, brought it home, didn't eat any of it till I got home. Still crispy. Still nice and hot and crispy. That is saying a lot. You can't say that about everywhere where you get chicken from, but this spot, definitely hit it up. 228 Washington Avenue if you're in upstate New York, in the Albany area. If you're coming to visit the Albany area, go hit the wings. They're amazing. Get the signature sauce. Don't even be silly. Get the wings with the signature sauce. You might as well just get 12 because if you get 6, you're going to want 6 more. And, yes, amazing wings. Told some coworkers about it. That's damn near every day. That's all we talk about is sticky wings. So go get some stickies.
Go get some Stickies and tell them Chris Gibbs or Sir Sturdy sent you.
There you go. And on that note, you got anything else you want to say about the horror? You know what? Horror movies and wings go great together. If you're up around this area, sticky wings, horror movies, or sticky wings and the Horror Sir Sturdy podcast. Can't get much better than that. Trust me. Yeah.
And I would like to take a second to send a shout out to my girl Amani A. Stevens. That macaroni and cheese you made the other day was delicious. It just crossed my mind. And I felt inclined to say something about it. I want to give a shout out to my daughter Zuri for stretching out the necks of all my shirts. For some reason she decides to hang on to me by the necks of my shirts. And I want to give another shout out to my oldest daughter, Ava Gibbs. Daddy will be seeing you soon.
Well, on that note, I guess we can wrap it up. You got anything else you want to plug before we out, bro?
I mean, that's it, man. Wrap it up. It's a Reynolds.
You want to shout out plug your girl's hair thing?
Oh, yeah. Yo, if you need your hair done, make sure you book with Ye, whether it is frontals, whether it's closures, if you need somebody to install 360, sew-ins, quick weaves, whatever you need, she got you. Wigs, cut, colored, styled by Ye. She does a thing. Washing sets. She's not Dominican, but she does washing sets like them. She's not African, but she definitely does braids like them. Hit up Ye because she slay, and that's what we gonna do today. And if anybody say, shit, that's enough. That shit was flowing for a second. I'm about to say, I'm in the
This
wrong
guy's over here
studio, man.
freestyling.
Shit, Master P. Shit, I got the hookup, nigga.
But yeah, when you get a chance, send me those links, and what I'll do, and as my listeners know, I have a thing on my Podbean page called Cool Pages to Check Out. I'll post it right on there so people can go there and check those out and check out the other pages on there. And on that note, ladies and gents, if you ever want to be on this podcast, send me an email, horrorwithsir.sturdy@gmail.com. Again, that's horrorwithsir.sturdy@gmail.com. I got a Facebook group and a Facebook page, both the same name, horrorwithsir.sturdy. Go check those out. Platforms I'm on right now, Podbean, iTunes, Google Play, iHeartRadio I have to check out, but I'm going to look into that. Spotify, Stitcher, many more. and I'm also on YouTube. I also play video games here and there on the weekends with my brother on Twitch. You can find me horror_sir30, horror_sir_30. My PSN, that's PlayStation name, is sir_sturdy. So if you guys want to get in and get some gaming on, hit me up. And thanks for listening. Thanks for all the love. Greatly appreciate it. And as always, I'll see you in your nightmares. And get some stickies. Peace.